starters. And you can hear that game right here on 97.1 The Ticket. Chance of afternoon rain today. Overcast out there right now as we start this Friday. High of 82 degrees. We're playing Random Piston for Piston home opener tickets between the Pistons and the Hawks on October the 24th. Those tickets go on sale today at 10 a.m. at Pistons.com, the LCA box office, or Ticketmaster locations anywhere. We've given you 2 clues so far for Random Piston. So let's go ahead and give you clue number 3. Clue number 3, he played in playoff games for the Pistons, Nets, and Celtics. He played in Piston games or playoff games, I should say, for the Pistons, Nets, and Celtics. So oftentimes on our show, we explore life's mysteries, right? And one of the great things about these forums is that we have, at our discretion, many of you listening who have answers to our questions. And something happened to me on Wednesday, and as it was happening to me, I thought to myself, why is this happening to me? And it's happened to me many times before. And I've never honestly known the answer to it. And so I'm throwing it out there that maybe there's a basis, there's a group of people out there who can answer this question. And maybe Bogey can, maybe Gov can, because I don't know the answer. Now, the question, of course, to you is, A, do you have an answer to my question? And B, do you have any other of these life mysteries that, for whatever reason, they just are there and I've never quite understood? I went to get gas, Bogey. Mm-hmm. And I was filling up my gas tank and, put in my little Kroger card code and everything. Would you like to save 20 cents? Absolutely. Put in the tank, boom. And then all of a sudden, I realized that the gas was going from the tank into my tank at a rate of about 1 drop per minute. You know, like you're looking at the gas tank and it's like gallons, 0.01, 0.02, 0.03, and I'm like, oh my God. And then I'm thinking to myself, well, I could just cut bait and go find a faster pump, but I've already put in my little code. I'm getting my 20 cents off per gallon. I'm not going to do that. So I got to wait. So I sat there for I'm exaggerating slightly, but I mean, it did feel like I was there for a solid
30 minutes.
No, like 6 minutes, you know what I mean? Like it's and it wasn't like a big tank like you have in your little truck. I mean, it was like
24 gal.
Yeah, this was a 13, 14 gallon tank. And it just went on. And I was like, why do you get certain pumps that act this way? Do you know the answer to this question? It was one of my life's mysteries.
I actually have no idea, but I always seem to find them. I think it's the most annoying and troublesome thing.
It dawned on me that there was a guy on the other side of the pump who was also pumping gas at the exact same time. And is that the case where you have 2 guys going at the same time on the same pump?
Did you creepily?
That sounded weird.
Wait, what? Did you creepily go around, behind the other guy and kind of look and see how fast his was going?
No.
That sounded weird as well.
No, I didn't.
No, okay.
I didn't check the rate of his pump. No. I dealt with my own and didn't deal with his in any way, shape, or form.
I would have walked in, I'm going to go in and get a Powerade and just kind of hear, as you walked by, just to see.
Just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
But I have done. All right, thank you. But I have, on plenty of occasions, gotten gas where there's somebody on the other side of the gas pump, and
no issue.
It flowed fine. The flow was fantastic.
What are we talking about here?
You know what we're talking about. Yeah. Are you with me on this?
Yes. I don't know why it happens, and I actually had an incident probably about 2 months ago. The normal gas station I stop at, close to home, and it was crawling. I left.
I've done that before.
And I just got gas the next morning.
Yeah, where it's just too slow. And there's something going on, and so then I'm like, all right, I'm cutting bait and leaving.
But I'm with Jamie too, because I'm a Kroger, plus.
Oh, if you're getting 30 cents a gallon, forget it. You can't leave.
You have to. You got to take it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you lose it.
Yeah.
If you don't use it, you lose it. Or if you use it, you lose it. But
if you use it, so next
you
time
actually lose it.
Next time you get gas, it'll be like, congratulations, you get 2 cents off per gallon. You're like, actually, that's a lot different than 30.
It's usually 3.
Is it 3?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Normally 3. But no, I'm right there with you. I put like $10 in. Or 3 gallons, 3.5 gallons, whatever, and just left.
Oh, I've definitely done that, but not when I have the value card.
The only thing that's good about doing it this time of year is it's nice out, so you can stand there. It's
That's
not
true.
But in the middle of winter, if it's just drip, it feels like it's just slowly dripping.
Oh, man.
Come on.
Okay, so we're doing life's mysteries here, right?
Yeah.
And then obviously if somebody has an answer to the question about the slow pump. So my life mystery is, mustard packets. Why have they remained the same?
How can we make them better?
We could make them bigger, put more mustard in it, because they never put enough mustard in one mustard packet.
You know what?
That's actually a fair point.
But why haven't they been converted to like the little dipping cups? Just like all the dips that you have, like ranch and you know those things where you peel off the top. Because the other thing is getting the mustard out of a mustard packet.
It's awful.
Is so annoying.
See, I'll do you one better. They need to change the packet. It needs to be. Do you know those like
Heinz ketchup ones?
Heinz ketchup?
They make Heinz ketchup packets where you literally rip off the entire top of it, and it comes to like it's almost like a miniature bottle. It comes to a head at the very top. What are you laughing
And you just
at?
squeeze it out.
Yeah, it comes out perfectly.
See that's what I was gonna suggest. Like they need a little tube.
Yeah.
You know the temporary contact like eye drops. They have those little plastic tubes.
Yeah.
That's what you want because you want to be able to spread it evenly on bread or whatever.
See, I think like the salad dressings have got with they're bigger, obviously.
Yeah.
You don't need that much mustard, but where you rip out, it's much like what Jamie just said. You rip it off and it comes right out in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one though. But you're right. If you ever use, like for example, if you get a hot dog and use a mustard packet, 1 is never enough, and 2 is too much.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like 1.5.
So annoying.
You know who always did a good job? I haven't had this in years, but toaster strudel. It comes with the cream or whatever that you put on after you
That's
toast
the
it.
perfect amount.
It does that thing that you talked about where it all right there, and you just have to rip that top, and you can almost decorate however you want. Put a smiley face on, you know.
I didn't
So
know
you don't get the white sticky glaze on your hands.
Well, and that's the concern. You don't want to get that stuff everywhere,
And another one
and
that
then put
happened
it in
to
your
me.
mouth too.
Another life mystery happened to me a week ago because I was in I was at a hotel, and the hotel cable. You know how like, you're trying to sift through the channels? First of all, you never know what channel's which. Second of all, it's so slow. Like, you know how like if you use your cable at home or your satellite, whatever you have, it just goes bing, 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 bing.
Yeah.
It works. But for whatever reason, the ones at the hotels, it's like going from channel 2, channel 3, channel 4. Like, why is it?
Takes a second.
Is it because we're all using the same cable box or something? I've never understood that aspect of it.
Why does it
either.
go back to the original, the channel 2 or whatever,
know.
the guide or whatever?
Oh,
or
I
like
hate
Great Wolf
that.
Lodge, they put on this like video of like
Yeah.
the place, and
Yeah.
it always goes back to the start. Leave it on. I left it on ESPN. Leave it on.
Yeah, I don't want to go back and find out that Avengers Endgame is playing tonight on cable if you want to buy it for $9.99.
So I know.
I went to Cancun a couple of years ago and stayed at the Royalton Riviera, and they had this custom jingle, and they played it. It was one channel that they had on the TV. Every time they came and did the room, it was like living the Royalton life. It's just the same thing over and over.
And they left the TV on.
Yes, it was awful.
That's like if you go to Vegas, whenever you turn the TV on, it has whatever the biggest fight is in town. It's like, Mayweather, Pacquiao. You know, it's like, all right.
How many times did you watch the D video? Or because that's what
Oh,
comes on the
I'm
TV.
sorry, what?
Yeah.
Derek, where you? Yeah.
To Las Vegas.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Las Vegas.
Talking about all the amenities and
Yeah,
things you
yeah,
can
of
do.
course, yeah.
It's good, but it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
I watch it like 4 times.
Let's go to Brian in Ann Arbor on 97.1 The Ticket. Life's Unsolved Mysteries. What's up, Brian?
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, Jamie, I think I got the answer about your pump situation. I was always told that the gas station was almost out of gas when the pump started running really slow like that.
That's kind of what I figured, but I never knew for sure. Is that really what it is, or is that just like an old wives' tale?
Well, I mean, that's what my parents, I think someone at the gas station may have told me before, but I believe that's what my parents always told me.
Well, it could be
And
true
I
then.
agree with Gov about the mustard thing, too. Oh, my God.
Yeah. You know what's funny about the thing, though, Brian? If it truly is the pumps, if the gas station is running out of gas, okay, there have been times, though, where I've cut bait and said, okay, this is taking too long. I will literally drive to a different pump in the same station, and the pump will work just fine. So I don't think that would necessarily be the case, right?
Yeah, but there's different tanks for, like, isn't there one giant tank underneath the 2 pumps that share, don't 2 pumps share a tank?
I think it's just one tank under the entire gas station.
Is it? I thought there were multiple.
Oh, I always thought there was just one.
Because it's very rare that you get to see, I mean, it's quite an experience to see the pumps, underneath.
Very exciting.
The tanks being replaced and all that, but I'm almost positive that there's smaller tanks that go underneath.
Let's go to Bruce in Waterford, 97.1 The Ticket. Hello, Bruce.
Good morning, Jamie. How are you guys this morning?
Good, Bruce. How are you, bud?
Good, man. So one day I'm working the gas pump and this thing is just dripping into my car. And a guy on the other side of the pump leaned across and basically told me, stop fueling, take the pump handle out of the car, lay it on the ground for just a few seconds, pick it up, put it back in, squeeze the trigger, and the fuel will flow the way it's supposed to. And I thought it was crazy. So I tried it, and it worked. And since she told me that, I've tried that 2 more times, and both times it has worked.
Really?
I thought it was just making a joke or what. Yeah, it works. It worked for me 3 times.
So super slow, you take it down, put it on the ground, pick it back up, put it back in, and go.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, well, there you go. Life's a life hack right there from Bruce. Thanks, Bruce.
We also have a few ticket texts here, 97136. The flow is slow when the filter needs to be changed in the pumps. From Matt driving.
Okay.
There's a couple others that are talking about the filter as well, so maybe they're onto something there. And also, 3 tanks are for the 3 different grades. If you get regular at one station, it's the same for all pumps. So I guess what I saw was the regular one being, placed underneath, and then of course you have the diesel and whatever else you got.
All the above.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you very much for that insight. We were trying to solve life's mysteries here. All right, clue number 4 for Random Piston. He played for a Big 12 school that eventually became a Big 10 school. He played for a Big 12 school that eventually became a Big 10 school. You know who the Random Piston is? Call in now, 248-539-9797. That's 248-539-9797. Jamie and Stoney Show, 97 won the tickets.
Galliana's Van Dyke Dodge and Warren has 2 for $222. 2 2019 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Bighorn 4-wheel drives, just $222 per month. No hidden fees. 2019 Ram 1500 plus tax 706 each exotic EV price will increase to miles.
This is Roberta Jacina. I've heard so many people say that small businesses are the backbone of the economy, and it's true. Ever stop to think about the type of small business you would love to open up? Bank of America is committed to supporting entrepreneurs here in the Detroit area. Whatever your business needs may be, Bank of America can help you get things done. It doesn't matter if you've been established for years or still working on that perfect business model. What would you like the power to do? Take the next step today and learn more at bankofamerica.com.
Come see what the buzz is all about and play Money Honey at MGM Grand Detroit for your chance to win $1,000 in free play. Just earn 100 points playing your favorite slots. Then swipe your card any Wednesday in August to grab one of our sweet free play prizes. Play, swipe, and win. It's really that easy. The Money Honey excitement starts Wednesday, August 7th, and it's only at MGM Grand Detroit. Visit the M Life Rewards desk for details. Must be 21 or older. Grand times ahead.
New Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline is engineered with 4 levels of defense against gunk, wear, corrosion, and friction. It's sort of like having ninjas protect your engine. That helps keep your engine running like new. New Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline. It's fuel for thought in engines that continuously use Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline.
When is a Staples store more than a store? When it's the Staples Back to School Block Party.
And everyone's invited.
August 17th and 18th, save 20% on school supplies.
As a parent, I get everything my kids need, plus there's games, raffles, and prizes.
And as teachers, we get classroom necessities at great prices. Yeah, I just love thinking about school in the summer. Mention this ad during checkout to get your 20% discount. Staples, Back to School, and beyond. In-store only, valid August 17th and 18th. See store for details. Restrictions apply while supplies last.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter. The smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
This hour of instant feedback brought to you by Mike LaPura of National Benefit Plans. For affordable health insurance, call 877-734-2200.
The station where the most important guest is you.
Congratulations to Greg from Davison, Michigan. He knew the random piston was Mikey Moore. Ladies and gentlemen, your man Mikey Moore. The clues were he played for 9 different NBA teams, played for the Seattle Supersonics, he played in playoff games for the Pistons, Nets, and Celtics, and he played for a Big 12 school that eventually became a Big 10 school. That'd be
Nebraska?
Nebraska.
Yeah.
So congratulations, that was Mikey Moore. Greg from Davidson got it, and Greg has won himself a 4-pack of tickets. Pistons taking on the Atlanta Hawks, the home opener on October 24th. If you'd like to buy tickets to that game, you can do so starting today at 10 a.m. For the full Pistons schedule and for ticket information, visit pistons.com. All right, it is time for news. Heather's back on Monday. Paul Serra has been sitting in all week, which we greatly appreciate. He's got the news for us. What's up, Paul?
Hey, what's up, guys? So a Livonia man is facing a misdemeanor charge after police say he punched another driver in the face during a traffic altercation.
Ooh, road rage.
Yes. So a witness recorded a video of the road rage incident, got the suspect's license plate, turned it in to police. They were able to arrest the man. And what the video caught was, it caught the beginning of the mid-encounter, midway through. The suspect was seen on video trying to drag the driver out of his red truck.
Yes.
When he failed to do that, he was seen yanking off a shoe, throwing it across Plymouth Road.
The shoe of the other driver.
Yes.
Okay.
Then he got back in his own truck and drove off.
Wow.
Yeah, he's facing misdemeanor assault and battery charges. He's due in court in September, and the police say they don't know the cause of the incident, and they haven't released whether or not the victim was hurt or not.
He lost a shoe.
Well, he lost a shoe.
Yeah. Man, that could be painful right there. It's an expensive shoe.
Everyone gets frustrated on the road. Have you ever gotten frustrated to the point where you even remotely think, I gotta get out of the vehicle?
I was going to say,
come on, who gets to that?
Ladies and gentlemen, please stay in your vehicle.
Yes, at all times.
At all times. Only bad things can happen if you get out of your car. If you stay in your car, you might yell and scream at each other. There might be a middle finger thrown in a certain direction, whatever. But if you stay in your car, odds are you're going to get out of it unscathed.
Yes.
You'll be glad that you did.
I mean, this is America after all, right? If you're not giving a middle finger to a fellow driver, have you really done it right? You know?
That's a good point.
That's just what you do.
Or receiving a middle finger.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you have to.
Yeah.
Police in Utica are looking for a thief who stole donation money from a Make-A-Wish Foundation at Dave & Buster's.
Oh, that's classy. That's my Dave & Buster's, the one up in Utica on M59. I love that place.
The suspect was caught on camera using a sledgehammer to bust open the Make-A-Wish video game and then stealing the cash.
They have a Make-A-Wish video game that was all proceeds go to Make-A-Wish?
I guess so.
Yeah.
In the video, you can see him kick the machine. That didn't work, so he walked off camera, brought back a sledgehammer, and used it to open the case. He then took a container that had business cards and stuff in it, threw those to the ground, and then used the container to collect the money. But police are not sure how much money he actually got away with.
I mean, to be fair, maybe he was just trying to facilitate it a little bit faster. Maybe he was going to drop it off, himself.
Oh, at a central location?
Yeah,
That's an optimistic way of looking at things. I guess my question is, where did he get the sledgehammer? And didn't somebody think it odd that this guy was walking into Dave & Buster's with a sledgehammer? Like, if you go...
I'm assuming it was closed, Jamie.
Oh, the store.
The Dave & Buster's was closed. I don't think he did this during active hours.
Okay, my bad then. Normal business hours. Yeah.
No, it was off hours.
Yes.
It was like 4 in the morning.
When I think sledgehammer, I think, of course, of Hammer, the great rapper.
Oh.
And I think, of his great song.
I know you won't know this. When I think
Don't touch this.
When I think of Sledgehammer, I think of Triple H.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he used to use the sledgehammer. That was sort of his thing.
Yep.
I think of the late 80s comedy show Sledgehammer. Remember that one?
I know.
Oh, it was a great show.
Boy, that reminds me, I'm gonna have to do another extensive YouTube dive into WWE Attitude. Oh,
Great
Triple H
sledgehammer
and the
shot.
sledgehammer, man. Oh yeah, love it.
So residents of more than 50 homes in Virginia woke up over the weekend with tube-style televisions sitting on their front porches, and they don't know why. So some of the confused residents checked their home security cameras and discovered footage of the bizarre delivery. What happened is a guy dressed in a dingy blue jumpsuit with a TV for his head delivered the tube-style televisions and dropped them on their porches and just left.
Yeah, now apparently the source, like where they got all of these tube TVs from, and this isn't in the story, it was actually Wojo's house. They raided Wojo's house.
Oh, is that right?
And they got all of these old tube TVs that he had collected over the years, and that's where the supply came from. Yeah.
Yeah, the police believe there might have been more than one man involved because of how many houses he was able to deliver it to and how many different cameras caught him at such close intervals.
Did he commit a crime?
No, that's the thing. Police have went through all the cameras, everything, and they have yet determined that crime was even committed. Like, I guess maybe trespassing, but then you would say that about everybody that delivers mail is trespassing.
Illegal dumping, maybe?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. I don't know if that's really a crime that's punishable by anything more than maybe a fine or something.
Loitering, potentially.
I don't know. They loitered, they just walked up, dropped the TV, and left.
My favorite part of this article, too, is police say that this neighborhood faced a similar incident last year when 20 televisions were left at 20 different houses.
Oh.
But it's unclear if the incidents were connected. I'm going to go ahead and say yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and suggest that you're probably right.
I think I've solved that.
In fact, I think the police need to be ready for a year from now when they do it for 70 houses or something.
Yeah.
But I wonder why these people did it. Like, what's the motivation?
I don't know.
I got a great idea what to do Saturday night. Let's get together, put TVs on our heads, blue jumpsuits. I want to just drop TVs off at people's houses.
It's a way to save money on a Saturday night, I guess, instead of going out and blowing it at the bar.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So here's a study that's going to be a little bit concerning. You have kids. Tom has kids.
Yes.
This will be a little bit concerning. 40% of American children have connected with a stranger online, according to a new survey of 4th through 8th graders.
Define connected. How do they say connected?
In the survey, which was conducted by the Center for Cyber Safety and Education, researchers wanted to determine where kids use the internet without adult supervision, whether they were taught basics of internet safety and such. And of the 40%, the study found that more than half of them revealed phone numbers to strangers. 1/5 spoke with a stranger over the phone, and 11% went as far as to meet a stranger in their own home, the stranger's home, a park, a mall, or a restaurant.
Oh my God. So that's connected. That's
Yes.
definitely, like, when you first said connected, I thought maybe like a stranger follows them on Instagram or something like that. But that's very, very creepy.
Yes.
I can say with complete confidence that my kids are not in that 40%.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
How do you know?
Well, that's funny you say that, because obviously I don't. But I'd like to think that I do.
See, this is just another reason not to have kids.
Okay. Yeah.
There's just so many creepers out there.
Yeah, these researchers are recommending that parents be given more tools explaining how to monitor their kids digitally. They also say that teachers and school administrators should play a role in educating young children about the proper use of the internet.
Yes. Agreed.
Sadly, it is true. I mean, I feel fortunate that I grew up. I kind of like did a little bit of both, where we didn't have cell phones, we didn't, have all the technology that we did. And then when I was like 16, 17, got a phone and, you start to kind of get into social media and that. But, I mean, if you're 8, 9, 10, 11, and a teenager, you're leaving everything out there your entire life on social media, on, the internet, whatever it is. It's a big trail.
Yeah, when I first started reading the story, I was sort of with you, Jamie, like thinking like, oh, they probably tweeted with someone or whatever, and that's not that big of a deal. But then when you start reading it, it's like, oh, they gave strangers their phone numbers, they went and met with strangers. It's like, whoa.
That's very
disconcerting. And adults know how to manipulate young children, immature people, easy, which is very concerning. You do? Well, I mean, yeah, it's easy, right? Kids are dumb, right?
No, they're very smart.
So ahead of the Emmy ceremony next month, Amazon's latest marketing campaign for their series, The Marvelous Miss Maisel, has not exactly gone as planned. What they did was they were able to convince some local gas stations in the Santa Monica area to charge 30 cents per gallon of gas as part of the promotion because that's how much gas cost in 1959. And Santa Monica police ended up having to shut down the promotion because of traffic delays in the area. Of course, they were able to start the promotion up several hours later once the police were able to get the traffic in line and sort of get everything. But for a while there, they had to shut down the promotion.
Do you remember, was it like maybe 10 years ago when gas prices all of a sudden just really spiked up and there'd be like weeks at a time where they'd be like $4 or $5 a gallon, and then there'd be like radio stations or whatever that would do giveaways and the cops had to completely secure the location because they just got, I mean, same kind of thing. I mean, it's not a bad idea, but I don't know how it's going to get them Emmy votes.
Well, it got their name out there.
I guess.
For not a good reason, though.
Oh, do you watch The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel?
I do not. No, okay. I don't even know what that is. I'll be honest.
It's a show.
It's a TV show.
Okay, yeah.
TV show.
Outside of that.
That takes place in 1959. That's all I got.
Oh, actually, I like that. I mean, I'm a big Mad Men fan, so you know, I like shows from the 50s, 60s, that time. I think that would be a really fun era.
Yes.
To live in. Outside of, you know,
just
the nuclear, you know, potentially, nuclear issues.
Yeah, but then again, you could also wear hats, too. You probably want to go back to a time where you could wear hats.
Yeah.
Yeah, jaunty chapeaus.
Sure, yeah. And it wouldn't be considered weird or old-fashioned.
Totally normal. Yeah. Totally normal.
So a couple's wedding is being shamed online by one of the people that went to it. The person went to Reddit and put up 3 photos they took of the couple's big day. The first photo showed the newlyweds in their wedding attire, which was the bride was dressed in a bejeweled bikini, white bikini, and the groom was wearing just a white Speedo.
Okay.
And that's what they got married in. The second photo showed the bride had added a sheer lace cover to her ensemble, and in the corner you could see a very risque looking wedding cake. And then the third photo was a close-up of the cake that, if you look at it, features the bride's hand recreated in icing holding a replica of the groom's penis.
And what's the word?
And the cake, the wording on the cake says to have and to hold.
They have a sense of humor, they're hypersexual, and they did it their way. I don't see an issue here.
Well, the people that went there thought it was trashy, and some of the commenters thought it was a terrible idea.
Listen, to each their own, right?
Yeah.
Not my style.
I mean, are you really going to go online and shame people who, you know, do the wedding that they want to? I mean, who cares? Yeah. It's your wedding day. Do whatever the hell you want. You can get married naked for all I care. I mean, then we get to see the bride. You know?
It'd be weird, but hey, to each their own. All right, Paul, thank you very much. 7:46. When we come back, we'll be joined by Ed Stefanski, Senior Advisor to Tom Gorsh, General Manager of the Pistons. We'll talk about the offseason and what lies ahead for this club on the day that tickets go on sale at 10 a.m. on 97.1 The Ticket. If you're like me, there's certain things in life you just don't know much about, like cars, like growing grass, and like medical issues. And when it comes to medical issues, you need somebody that you can trust. Trust to give you all the options, not just say, oh yeah, let's just have surgery. Let's just have surgery. Well, those guys are Dr. Letterman and Dr. Kordowitz at LK Orthopedics, 248-669-2000. These are fellowship-trained, board-certified surgeons who use surgery as a last resort. Of course they'll perform surgery if that's what the best option is. But they want to take the fear out of going to see the doctor. If you have a bad back, if you've been able to do nothing about it, and you're scared to go see a doctor because he's going to say, well, time for surgery, go see Dr. Letterman, Dr. Kordowitz first. They can answer any questions you might have, and they have a ton of options for you to heal your back pain more quickly than it will heal using surgery. Things like stem cell therapy, laser therapy. All of these are available at LK Orthopedics. So please, if you are suffering from pain, you need someone you can trust. And those guys are at LK Orthopedics. Dr. Letterman, Dr. Kordowitz, 248-669-2000. Check them out on the web as well, lkorthopedics.com. And remember, you can get better faster at LKO.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
This report brought to you by Kroger. There's an accident still working to clear in the work zone. 75 southbound at 13 Mile. That left side is partially affected. Just after that, traffic is stop and go due to extended road work down to 8 Mile. Also in Royal Oak, there's an accident reported at the intersection of 13 Mile and Woodward. M59 eastbound traffic heavy slow right now from Paddock and Pontiac to Updike. Find more ways to save at Kroger, like one extra fuel point for every dollar you spend Thursdays through Sundays. Just get your coupon at Kroger.com or on the app. More ways to save. It's easy. Restrictions apply. Fresh food food, low prices at Kroger. I'm Michelle Pena in the WWJ 24-hour traffic center.
Mike Valenti, afternoon.
You ever done a college fantasy league? No, because you can't get the player names. Oh, you just drafted RV Nebraska. I mean, what is this? Is Sega Genesis? How do people do this? I don't know. I don't want to know. You can't draft a player. I've always wanted to do a college fantasy football league. Well, go ahead and start one. Report back to us without guts.
Mike Valenti, afternoons 2 to 6 on 97.1 The Ticket. This CBS Sports Minute is brought to you by North